History's timeline is supposed to be set in stone. Dates, inventions, migrations, the very origins of our species. Yet as archaeologists peel back new layers, real discoveries keep appearing in the wrong places, at impossible times. Fossils older than the textbooks allow, a vanished lineage found only in DNA, writings that play with time itself, maps showing the world before explorers knew it, and an artifact that should not even exist. If these 5 discoveries are real, and they are, then almost everything we thought we knew about human history is up for debate. This is the evidence that challenges the timeline and why it matters now more than ever. The first discovery takes us to a limestone quarry in Jebel, Irhoud, Morocco. In 2017, a team led by Jean-Jacques Hublin uncovered fossil skulls, jaws, and limb bones belonging to at least 5 individuals. Thermoluminescence dating of heated flint tools found with the remains placed their age at over 300,000 years, more than 100,000 years older than previous estimates for the origin of Homo sapiens. These fossils show a striking blend of features. The faces are flat and delicate, much like those of modern humans, but the brain cases are long and low, echoing older human ancestors. This combination, known as mosaic anatomy, challenges the idea of a single birthplace or moment for our species. Stone tools from the same layer, shaped with advanced techniques and showing evidence of fire use, indicate that these people hunted and mastered technology far earlier than expected. Scientists agree that the Jebel Irhoud fossils push back the timeline for Homo sapiens and expand the search for our origins beyond East Africa. Despite extensive research, there is no confirmed explanation for why these modern traits appear so early, or how populations across Africa were connected. Scientists continue to debate whether Homo sapiens emerged from one region or many, and what it truly means to be modern. For now, the Jebel Irhoud fossils stand as a turning point, evidence that the story of our species began much earlier and in more places than anyone imagined. The second discovery begins deep inside Denisova Cave, high in the Altai Mountains of Siberia. Location: Denisova Cave, Altai Mountains, Siberia. Approximate age: about 50,000 years ago. In 2008, Russian archaeologists uncovered a tiny fragment of finger bone buried in layers of ancient sediment. The fossil, later named Denisova 3, was sent to Svante Pääbo's laboratory in Leipzig, Germany. There, researchers used clean room sequencing to extract and read its DNA, a process that revealed not just the age of the bone, but an entirely new branch of the human family tree. What was discovered? Genetic analysis showed the bone did not belong to Neanderthals or modern humans. Instead, it came from a previously unknown group, now called the Denisovans. Further sequencing of teeth and other fragments from the cave confirmed Denisovans were a sister group to Neanderthals, diverging from our own ancestors more than 400,000 years ago. What scientists agree on? Scientists agree that Denisovans existed, that the DNA recovered from Denisova Cave is authentic, and that Denisovans interbred with the ancestors of some modern human populations. When scientists compared Denisovan DNA to that of living people, they found a surprising connection. Up to 6% of the ancestry of Melanesians and Aboriginal Australians traces back to Denisovans. Even some East Asian and Tibetan populations has carried traces of Denisovan genes, including adaptations for surviving at high altitude. Despite extensive research, only a handful of Denisovan fossils have ever been found. There is no confirmed explanation for their full geographic range, or for how and when they interbred with modern humans. Scientists continue to debate what Denisovans looked like, how many populations existed, and why their genetic legacy is scattered so unevenly across the globe. What is clear is that ancient DNA has uncovered a hidden chapter in our history, one that cannot be seen in bones alone. The third discovery lies beneath the dust of ancient Mesopotamia in the land of Sumer, where clay tablets inscribed in cuneiform script reveal a chronology that defies modern expectations. Known as the Sumerian King List, these tablets catalog more than 100 rulers, stretching from the earliest cities of Sumer to later dynasties of Akkad and Isin. Some entries assign reigns that last not decades, but thousands of years. Alulim of Eridu, for example, is said to have ruled for 28,800 years before a great flood. Other names, like Gilgamesh, appear with more plausible lifespans and can be matched to archaeological layers from around 2700 BCE. Copies of the king list date to around 2100 BCE, with versions uncovered in cities such as Nippur, Ashur, and Larsa. Each copy contains variations, reflecting the political motives of the scribes who compiled them. Some tablets favor particular cities, while others extend the legitimacy of Assyrian or Kish dynasties. This selective recording blends historical fact with myth, creating a narrative that both legitimizes current rulers and connects them to a distant, almost supernatural past. Despite extensive research, there is no confirmed explanation for the antediluvian rain lengths or the origins of the earliest entries. Scientists continue to debate how these legendary timelines relate to the archaeological record and why certain dynasties appear or vanish without clear evidence in the ground. Scientists agree that the king list is a deliberate compilation that mixes mythic material and historical memory, and that it reveals how ancient scribes used history to justify power. There is no confirmed explanation for many details. The king list remains both a historical document and a puzzle, one that challenges the reliability of ancient record-keeping and blurs the line between history and legend. The fourth discovery, the Piri Reis Map. Location, Ottoman Empire. The original map was drawn on gazelle skin and today is kept in Istanbul's Topkapi Palace. Approximate age, the map was created in the year 1513, placing it in the early 1500s. What was discovered? The Piri Reis Map charts the Atlantic world, showing the coastlines of Europe, Africa, and South America with a level of accuracy unusual for its time. Brazil's outline on the map closely matches modern charts, reflecting Portuguese expeditions that had reached those shores just 10 years earlier. What was discovered continued. Piri Reis filled the parchment with handwritten notes, listing nearly 20 separate source charts. These included recent Portuguese maps, older Arabic and Ptolemaic charts, and a document he said came from the era of Alexander the Great. Some sources reportedly came from captured ships, others from the archives of rival empires. The map uses a portolan style, with a web of rum lines that guided Mediterranean sailors in the early 1500s. Despite extensive research, there is no confirmed explanation for how Piri Reis managed to integrate such diverse and sometimes conflicting sources with this degree of precision. Scientists agree that the map represents the best available knowledge of its era and that it reflects a rapid exchange of navigational information at the dawn of global exploration. What remains unexplained? The original charts Piri Reis referenced have mostly vanished, leaving gaps in the historical record. Some details, like the blending of older and newer coastlines, remain unexplained. Scientists continue to debate whether the map's anomalies reflect lost documents, creative interpretation, or simple copying errors. For now, the Piri Reis Map stands as a testament to the speed and complexity of early modern cartography and a reminder that even well-documented history can still hold genuine mysteries. On the slopes of the Golan Heights, archaeologists unearthed a small, unassuming pebble from a layer of ancient volcanic ash. The object is 35 millimeters long, made of dark dolerite, and bears a series of grooves and peck marks, some running along what appears to be a neck and torso. Microscopic analysis by Alexander Marshak showed that at least some of these markings were made by sharp stone tools, not by natural erosion. The pebble was found deeply embedded in a stratified context, alongside Acheulean tools and animal bones, with thermoluminescence dating placing its age at over 230,000 years. Despite extensive research, there is no confirmed explanation for whether the pebble was intentionally shaped as a figurine or altered for another purpose. Scientists continue to debate its meaning. Despite its simple form, every detail, from the sequence of incisions to the pattern of wear, has been examined under high magnification, providing a rare glimpse into the technical abilities of early hominins. What remains unexplained is whether this small object reflects symbolic behavior. The pebble remains one of the rarest and most disturbing pieces of evidence for early symbolic thought. Scientists remain divided on whether the Berekhat Ram Figurine represents deliberate art or an accidental byproduct of tool use. Francesco D'Errico, a leading specialist in early symbolism, has argued that the grooves could result from natural forces or incidental contact with stone tools rather than intentional engraving. Replication experiments have shown that similar marks can be produced both intentionally and by chance, using Acheulean tools on basalt pebbles. Despite extensive research, there is no confirmed explanation for the sequence and placement of the grooves or for the overall form of the object. No modern human symbolic artifacts older than 70,000 years exist for direct comparison, leaving the question unresolved. Scientists continue to debate whether the figurine signals the dawn of symbolic thought or if it is simply a geological curiosity shaped by ancient hands and nature alike. Each new discovery redraws the boundaries of what we thought we knew. Today, gaps in our story remain, etched in rock, bone, and ancient script. The search for answers is ongoing because every fragment unearthed changes what it means to be human. Share your perspective in the comments below.